Hello, it's time for another wrap-up. If I sound sick, it's because I'm still a little bit sick, but we're gonna ignore that. I read 6 books in April, but as much as that sounds like a decent amount, I did not complete my magical readathon TBR, so I'm a bit disappointed in myself, but I'm giving myself another month to finish all the books. I still have, I think it's 3 left to read, so yeah. But I still feel like I did a pretty good job. 6 books is pretty good for me, so let's get straight into them. The first book that I read in April was The Death of Mrs. Westaway by Ruth Ware. This is a thriller that follows a girl that receives a letter saying that she has to go to this place because she might inherit something from her grandma. Turns out it's not her grandma, but she is in need of money, so she goes anyways. And when she goes there is this weird family with a bunch of secrets. So that's my concise way of explaining. I was disappointed. I have only read another book by Ruth Ware, which is The Woman in Cabin 10, and I did really like it. I think I gave it a 4-star at the time. So I had some expectations for this. However, I hated this. I ended up giving this a 1.5. I really did not like this. On page 50, I predicted the plot twist at the end, and I wanted to DNF it on page 50, but I didn't because I had brought this with me on holidays, so why not finish it? Bad idea. I hated the plot. I predicted the plot twist. I hated the main character, Hal. Stupid. Yeah, just overall, quick review. I did not like this. I'm very disappointed. But yeah, I'm unhauling this because I hated it so much. And I might unhaul the other book by Ruth Ware just because, I don't know, I don't vibe. The next book that I read was one of the oldest books that I have on my bookshelves that I have not read, which is Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. This follows 4 people, 2 pairs of siblings, if that makes sense. We follow Zelly and Zane, who are siblings. Zelly is a diviner or a magi, which is a person that is born and is supposed to awaken and get magic. And there are a bunch of different sorts of magical abilities. Oh my god. And then we follow Amari and Inan, who are the 2 children of the king of this world. And he is the one that obliterated magic, so Zelly can't do any magic. And we follow Amari, Zelly, and Zane banding together to try and save magic while Inan tries to stop them. I loved this. I am annoyed at myself for putting it off for so long, but I'm really happy that I liked it. I ended up giving it a 4-star. It was really interesting. I loved the magic. The characters are really fun. The plot is great. I don't think it's very predictable or something like that. It was good, if that makes sense. It wasn't too predictable. It wasn't not predictable. I am excited to read the next book, and the 3rd one comes out at summer this year. The only issue that I had was with one of the romances in this book. I thought it was too fast and didn't really make sense, but it's also YA, so I don't know. But yeah, a solid book that I've been keeping for years. The next book that I read was Shipped by Meredith Tate, and this is about 2 people, Stella and Wesley. In real life, they are rivals. They're both trying to be valedictorian in their school. They both get really good grades, but Stella is kind of not liked by a lot of people, and Wesley is a really popular guy. Meanwhile, they both are friends online, or start becoming friends online, because they both like this fandom that is, I don't remember. It's kind of like Star Wars. What was it called? Warship 7. I was not gonna remember that. And they start becoming friends online. They don't know who they are. And yeah, that's the plot, I guess. I don't know. This was very Geekerella vibes, which is why I picked it up, and I'm so glad I did because I loved this. I think I gave it a 4. I had so much fun. I love books like this. I usually hate references in books, but in this case I don't mind because that's the point. I loved the plot. I loved the romance. I really liked that there was bits of the story of the Warship 7 in between, kind of like Geekerella, I think. It was super fun. I thought it was so cute. I loved it. I'm gonna look into more books by this author because it was so fun. If you liked Geekerella, I would highly recommend this. It is Similar, but different. But it's the same vibes, if that makes sense. The next book that I read was an ARC from NetGalley that is called The Hot Henry Effect by Lucy Chalice, I think, which is kind of Ali Hazelwood coded vibes. I'm saying random words. It is about these two people that when they were doing their PhDs, they became friends because one had to mentor the other. And then we follow the characters 7 years later, I think, and they had stopped talking for those 7 years, and they meet up again, and the romance happens between them, and they both work in kind of STEM circumstances. I don't know exactly, I don't remember. I don't know anything about science, so maybe that's why. This was surprisingly fun. I wasn't expecting to love this. I ended up giving it a 4-star as well. I just love books like this. Basically, if you like books where the guy is secretly obsessed with the girl, but it's not really secret except to the girl because she's delusional, this is for you. However, if you get frustrated by a character being oblivious, maybe this isn't for you. I personally live when it's written like this. I was loving it. I really liked the romance. The plot was fun as well. There was some kind of unnecessary drama, but it added to the plot, I guess. I had fun. That's why I gave it a 4. I had a lot of fun. I thought it was very cute. There is some spice in it. Nothing out of this world, but it was also decent and fun, so I had a good time. The next book that I read was Bless Volume 1 by Yukino Sonoyama, which is a manga about a boy who wants to be a makeup artist and a girl who wants to be a model, and they are paired together to compete in this competition thing, but with their roles reversed, and they decide to do what they want, which is the guy doing the makeup and her modeling, and they start working together and trying to pursue their dreams. I gave this a 3-star. I thought it was a pretty good start for a manga series, but usually the first volume for me isn't anything out of this world unless it's like a really cute romance. It's a solid 3. It was fun. I really like the characters. I will probably continue reading it because the romance looks cute and promising. I think there's romance. It looked like it. But yeah, mangas for me don't really have a long review. And the last book that I read in April was Among the Beasts and Briars by Ashley Poston. In this book we follow a kingdom that has no issues. There's no disease. The crops grow beautifully. The weather is really nice because they have a magical crown. But in this book we start seeing weird cursed stuff start to flow in because the woods that are cursed want the crown. And so we follow Ceres and Fox try to end the curse. Yeah, I think that's how I'm gonna explain this and leave it kind of vague, just because I feel like that's a decent description. I started off really loving this. I loved Ceres and Fox. Fox, 10 out of 10, loved that idea at first. However, halfway I got pretty bored, and at the end the plot twist was meh and kind of predictable and really fast. I feel like it could have expanded a little bit more at the end, but whatever. I ended up giving it a 3 or a 3.5, I don't really remember, but same shit. I did enjoy it. I liked the magic. I didn't love the romance, but it was cute. I don't know, I just felt like this was a very meh-ish book. I don't think anything's gonna top Geekerella by this author, so whatever. This is the second book I've read by her that isn't Geekerella that I haven't liked, and I have one more, so I'm giving her one more shot to impress me, otherwise I'm gonna stop buying books. But these are the books that I read in April, plus the 2 arcs. I don't think I had a terrible time. The only book that I didn't like was The Death of Mrs. Westaway. The rest was pretty good, or at least decent, so I don't think it was terrible. But that is everything for today, and I'll see you in my next word video. Bye!